Oh my gosh, mind is racing. Keep it together, Nutton. I am chomping at the bit for this GRV. We are going to have a good time. That is, if you like an old-fashioned Nutnfancy rail session. Because that's what this video is going to be. A rail session. Well, pretty much. Hey, if you're a Bond Arms owner, I'm going to give you a heads up, give you a couple moments to flee this review. I'm okay, you don't have to watch it. Go click to another video, A-okay by me. Not offended at all. Here's a couple moments. 1 moment, 2 moments, 3 moments. Okay, time's up. Oh, you're still here, aren't you? Yeah, I know you're still here. I can see you. You're watching. You're curious what I'm going to say about your gun. Well, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. Let me start from the beginning and where I got this gun. It produced a fair amount of family drama. We're at a family get-together. My brother-in-law, great guy. Great guy. Big hunter. He goes, dude. You know, the old dude thing. Dude, I just got this gun. You gotta see it, you gotta see it. So cool. Okay, he knows what I do. He knows, you know, I'm Nutnfancy, a gun reviewer of sorts. And no, he doesn't watch the channel, which is problem one. Problem one. Anyways, he pulls out this gun. This is his gun, okay? And dude, this is the case. Where'd it go? He has his case, and bless his heart, he's so excited. He went to Cabela's, bought it, okay? Probably paid way too much. Should have gone to Gunny's, the Great American Gun Store. Yeah, that's where he should have gone. He would have saved probably 75 bucks. But he went to Cabela's. He's got all his paperwork in here. You know, everything's like... Well, a lot of, you know, guys who buy guns, they keep everything together. It's kind of a special experience for them. He has his literature here. We'll go over this a little bit. And it's just, you know, pristine. And he's so excited. He goes, what do you think? You want to know what I really said? And I'm not making this up. And my wife was there. And this is why it created a stir. At least with my wife. My brother-in-law did not care. But I go, that gun is crap. I would never buy that gun. And he just stood there looking. He goes, what are you talking about? I bought it for Cougar, man. It's awesome. I've read a lot of reviews online. They're super positive. I go, whatever. There's no way I would ever carry that gun. Now, let me tell you why I answered that way. I have done a fair amount of gun reviews at this point. Like, a lot. You guys know that. Most of y'all have watched most of them. I do know guns to a certain level. And I definitely know this. Light and everything. SAWC. I know first cool and I know second cool. I talk about it all the time in my reviews. Just on its face, in terms of weight, it was a no-go. A no-go. This sucker is 24 ounces. Okay, and this is the Snake Slayer. We'll go over the other models of Bond Arms. So it's a 2-shot, 24-ounce gun. Unloaded, by the way. You load it up and carry the heavy ammo. So this is 45 Colt, 410 Shotshell. You can see the barrel here. Then you got even more of a problem. And my brother-in-law is a big hiker. This guy gets it done. He doesn't just drive to, you know, the campsite and camps in the truck. Well, kind of like I'm doing these days. But I'm not hunting. I'm porting steel, so I can't like carry the steel in. Anywho, so he hikes all the time. And I go, dude, why would you get this big, heavy gun when you're hiking? I was like, and I gave him a dozen guns I would buy over that, sticking with the philosophy of use for Cougar defense. Okay, I'm going to come back to SAWC. Let me talk about Cougar defense just for a second, can I? Okay, I think it's way overplayed. People act like Cougar are hunting them. And they're stalking him. They're going to pounce on him. And here comes the stories. Yeah, but I knew this one guy. He was jogging in California. He got his face bit off. That does happen. I ain't going to say that cougars, when they're sick, that they can do crazy stuff. Sometimes when they're not, it does happen, but it's very rare. It's very rare. And so carrying a gun around for cougar defense, I'm sorry, it's just kind of ridiculous. Okay, and I love cougars, and I don't hunt them. I don't like people hunting them, but whatever. Guys are going to hunt them. Okay, but I just assume make my week if I'm in the wild and I happen to have the privilege seeing a wild cougar, I would be elated. But some people feel compelled, not in a self-defense situation, that's not what I'm talking, but they feel compelled to just go hunt them for sport. I don't dig it. Okay, there's one rant right there. I don't like it. I never have. Hunting them with dogs is even worse. I hate it. Okay, there's so few of them. It's not like we have, overage of cougars. Oh, here it comes. Now I've done it. Yeah, but you haven't gone to California. There's damn cougar everywhere. Well, I'm in California all the time, and there ain't damn cougar everywhere. There's some, and yeah, they have been making a comeback, and yes, in some places they have been problematic, usually harvesting a cat or a dog. And by the way, I'm okay with that. I said it. I'm okay with that. You want to move where cougar live, and your little poodle's out there, and he gets harvested by a male cougar? I say rock on. Go buy another damn poodle. Poodles grow on trees, dude. You move to the woods. What the hell, man? You're getting mad at the cougar because you're in his habitat and now he's hunting your poodle or cat? Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, and let me tell you this. So, I told you this is going to be a fun review. I'm just getting revved up right now, bro. So, my brother lives in Park City, Utah. So, they had a cougar kill a dog up there. And so, what do? You guessed it. They go hunt down that cougar and they killed it. Oh, never mind. The dog was out there roaming. Yeah, he was roaming. He wasn't in his yard as far as I know. Maybe my facts are all skewed. I don't know. But from what I understand, dog was doing a little bit of hunting on his own. And he became the hunted. I think it was a German Shepherd or something. He got munched by a cougar. And I was like, well, one less dog. Or part B of that is, hey, dog needs to put up a better fight. There. I mean, seriously, cougars are cool. I just love them. Okay, that being said, let's say we are in a situation where the cougars are just everywhere, right? They're everywhere and they've been attacking people. So we are going to carry a gun to defend ourselves against the cougar, against the cat, the putty tat. And don't get me wrong, cougar, I mean, if they decide to launch on you and do some damage, they're big cats. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying the propensity for that happening is so low. But in our fictitious example, we're saying, hey, we need a gun for self-defense against cougar. There's no way in hell I'm going to take this. And watch the whole review. I'll tell you exactly why. And it ain't just because of size and weight constraints. It ain't just that. You don't need a .45 Colt for a cougar. A 9mm would do just fine. You know what I told my brother-in-law? I was like, dude, why in the heck didn't you call me? Number one, I kind of do this on the side, kind of the gun thing. I didn't think about it. Well, you should have. I might have saved you some pain. Granted, he fell in love with this thing. He just likes it. It's a second cool for him. And honestly, if any of you guys just raise the second cool flag for any of the Bond Arms Derringers, it's a get out of jail free card. I've always said that. I will have no criticisms for you at all because it's a second cool thing. You're just like, I don't know, I just like it. Okay, cool. But as soon as you go into first cool territory and you go, oh, it's the best to defend against cougars, I'm like, come on now. How about this? SIG P365. This is what I told him he should have got. This is an XL, so this is a long slide version. Long slide. Just get a 365. Get a Glock 43. Yeah, but, I might get a snake or two, and I might need some shot shells. Okay. Oh, my gosh. Calm down, Nutton. Calm down. Okay, so now we're talking a different philosophy of view. So he pivoted on me and goes, well, it was for cougar defense, and now he's like, oh, but what about a snake? I'm like, well, you can shoot a snake with a 9mm. And I have some shot shells made by CCI that fit in a 9mm. They will not cycle reliably, or actually at all, in a semi-auto, but they're shot shells. I didn't really look to see if they're still making them, but if you really want a shot shell for close range snake defense, rock on. I've hiked in dry areas in the western United States for decades. I've never really had a snake problem. I think the propensity to be bitten by a snake is even lower than being bitten by a big old cat, a puma. Okay, so whatever. I mean, I gave him G43, P365, Springfield Hellcat, and I said, and the advantage of this, duh. I shouldn't say duh. And no, I didn't say duh to him. I did not say that. I was being as cool as I could. Like, the advantage is you can reload it quicker. This is 12+1 with a flush-fitting magazine. Oh, and by the way, it weighs 20.4 ounces. Way lighter than that. They do have lighter versions. We're going to jump in the catalog. I'll show them to you. I'm like, dude. And I think the biggest problem you have to worry about out in the woods ain't no puma. It ain't no snaddle rake. It's going to be a bad guy. And this is a gun you want. This is a gun you want. A fast-loading, fast-shooting, accurate shooting, ergonomic, possessing of great sight, subcompact 9mm, says Nutnfancy. Watch the reviews. Watch the reviews. But he didn't. He's like, oh, well, you know, dang, really? And he's really trying to pull me into his camp. He's like, yeah, but, I really researched this, and I read a lot of reviews on it, and they're all positive, and I remained stone. I was like, whatever. There's no way I would have ever bought that gun. And let's talk about other philosophies of use. Why wouldn't I buy the gun? I've pretty much, and will continue to hammer on the philosophy of use, anti-cougar, anti-snake, and that's their marketing. I mean, they're going to show, I had an ad, maybe I'll put it in inset, Bond Arms showing it, shooting a snake. I mean, that's advertising, it's marketing. And so I think some guys, just their mind wanders and they go, well, one day I'll be hunting with my lever gun and I got my Bond Arms snake slayer on me. Oh, it's in the name. And then maybe if I'm really lucky, I'll come along a big old western diamondback and I'll blow him away with my snake slayer. How about this? How about you walk around him? Do we have to kill everything in the woods? Holy hell. Another rant. I mean, dude. God, what is it with guys? They just feel like they got to kill everything. Hey, I see a deer. I'm going to kill it. There's a snake. Blow it away. Hey, I think a coyote's off there in the distance at 400 yards. Hold on. I'm going to blow his head off. I mean, guys are just so over the top and killing everything that moves. And I'm in Utah, and that really holds true. Yeah, it's kind of a thing with me. I don't like it. Walk around the damn snake. Walk around. Now, in the off chance you cannot escape a snake that slithers at 2.7 miles an hour, you might want to change your boots. Maybe lose some weight. Okay? Holy crap. I mean, seriously, snake slayer. Okay, no, it's stupid. Hey, and dudes, I'm being honest with you guys. I mean, I'm out there all the time. Never once am I thinking, oh my gosh, I hope a snake doesn't jump on me. If it does, it'll be the coolest thing ever. I will probably try to catch it. Yes, even a snaddle rake. A rattlesnake. Yeah, why not, dude? I've done it before. I grew up with snakes in Alabama. Copperheads, water moccasins. We used to catch them for fun. We use a forked stick, pin its head down. Done. Garter snakes, king snakes, black snakes. Dude, those things get big in the southeast. Well, I was catching them growing up all the time. I'm not scared of snakes. They're kind of fun. So I'd catch it and just kind of, hang out with it for a little while. If it's a poisonous snake, I'm super, super careful, but I ain't scared of it. It's just a snake, dude. He's very limited on how he can bite. If you immobilize his head, he's done. My dad, here's a story for you. Told you it's a fun review. I ain't going to be in a hurry at all to finish this review. My dad, I was 7 years old living in Florida. This is a true statement. My dad taught me not to be scared of snakes. He goes, boys, come here, my brother and I. He goes, I got something to show you, man. He has a bucket. He pops the lid off this 5-gallon bucket. And there's a freaking 7-foot eastern diamondback. Thick, the thick body. I mean, the body was like that, and it was pissed. It's in there. It's like, geez, striking out of the bucket. I'm scared. I'm like, whoa, dude. I didn't use dude back then, but I should have. Dad's like, don't worry about it. And he dumped it out on the grass at our house. This is a true story, dudes. I am not making this up. And then my dad casually walks over to the snake, does exactly what I said. He had a forked stick, perfect. He just found it right where he caught the snake, pinned the head down, picked it up, wrapped around his arm. By the way, that's my watch today. Hilfiger. Awesome. Nutnfancy hands mod. Love it. Wraps around his arm, and we're freaking. Snakes peeing all over him. You know, if you ever caught a snake, they usually will pee all over you. I was like, what are you going to do with that thing? He's like, well, I'm going to make a belt out of it. I'm going to give it to a friend of mine, and he's going to kill it and make a belt out. I was like, well, cool. Well, not cool. I still love snakes back then too. But here's what happened. Dad put it in a cage and he didn't secure it properly. He had like a chicken mesh top on it. The freaking snake got out. True story. Look out, folks. There's a 7-foot eastern diamondback rattlesnake slithering around. And by the way, he's pissed. True story. We never found the snake. No neighbors ever complained about the snake. It was in the 70s, you know, and back then, people were so cool, you probably say, hey, by the way, I let a rattlesnake get out. They go, oh, okay, we'll be on the lookout for him. Nowadays, people would be freaking. Everyone's so freaking delicate. Snowflake society. True story. Snake Slayer. Back to the gun review, by the way. Okay. Maybe. I want to get to how it's shot, and then I'm going to show you why that's not such a great application, okay? I'm going to give you my opinion on it, and that's all you're watching is my opinion. Philosophy of use, though. How about a recreational piece? Maybe you like an Old West style Derringer, 2 barrels, and you just want to shoot 45 Colt, and then maybe you'll shoot through a box of 410 Shotshells. No, absolutely not. And to answer why, I have to jump forward on how it's shot. Usually I'll go through FOU completely, and then we'll go there. But no, we got to go now. Ready? Now, I haven't shot other calibers. I shot this one. So it's 45 Colt, 410 Shotshell. They do make it in 9mm. Is there a 10mm version? Hell, I don't know. Let's peruse super quick, and then I'll talk about how it's shot. So here's a Texan. 27 ounces, 6-inch barrel. Bond bullpup. I don't like that either. I've had a lot of requests over the years. You got to review the Bond bullpup. I'm like, why? Why? G43? This? Dude, come on now. Glock 48? No, thank you. Maybe one day, but I may rant on that, just like I'm ranting right here. These guns are not inexpensive. They're not. Oh, we're looking at calibers too. So there's a PT2A. You can see the data there. Ranger 2. This one's 23.5 ounces, 4.25 inch barrel. This is a 3.5 inch barrel on the Slayer, I believe. Texas Defender, that's a popular one they do. So that's a 3-inch barrel, 5 inches long, 20 ounces. So that's better. Okay, so 20 ounces, but you're going to get even less velocity out of the shorter barrel. Patriot, backup. 19 ounces for the backup. Has kind of a crinkle-coated frame there. Texas Ranger, 20th anniversary. And then we've got 357 38 Special, 45 ACP, 9mm. There's our Snake Slayer, star of the show right there. They're saying 22 ounces. I just put it on the scale. It's 24 ounces, dude. Just under 24 ounces. Maybe I'll check again. Maybe I won't. 20 ounces for the Papa Bear, Century 2000, Mama Bear, 19 ounces. So you're seeing the calibers. They're basically in 410, 45 long Colt, or 357 38 Special. And you can shoot 9mm out of it. And I think they show here how it has like some clips. And there's a cutout in the barrel right here. So you can shoot rimless cartridges in it. Okay, so my point is I didn't shoot it in the 38 Special or the 9mm, and maybe it would have been a much better shooting experience. But I do think that a lot of guys, like my brother-in-law, go out and get this because they love the idea of being able to put a shotgun shell in a pistol. And I talked about that with the Taurus Public Defender, the Judge. Go watch those reviews, and maybe some of that same conversation is in those as well. Cool. So... I'm laughing. Sorry, I'm laughing. Last Suspect actually helped me shoot this. We went out and shot it. We had, whatever it was, some Hornady load, 45 long Colt. And, dude, it was miserable. I hated shooting this thing. It wasn't fun. It was difficult to shoot. And when I shot it, this portion right here would come back and batter me. So, I mean, you may see me in the inset footage and I'm holding it way back. That's because when it recoils, this thing right here comes back and smacks your bird finger. Okay? I'm trying not to put any forward pressure on the hammer, which is a rebounding hammer. That's why it's not in its full forward position. So they say if you put any pressure on it, then your trigger pull is even worse. And it has a horrible trigger pull as is. I think it's around 6 pounds. It was very unpredictable. Pull, 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 nope. Pull, 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 nope. Pull, pull, bam, there it is. Holy crap.
Actual shotgun, probably for home invasion situation. Otherwise, if you're running 45 in this, why are you not having a 1911?
Right. Yeah, it's the dumbest gun ever. I hate this gun.
Still pretty lame, frankly. It's up in a minute. Oh, whoops.
How's the trigger on it?
Not awesome.
Not awesome?
You'd think for something like a one-off like this, I mean, I've had worse, but okay, here's the thing. It's really light, right? There's almost no travel on the trigger once it's cocked, but it's not super light after that where it's just, you're kind of waiting for it.
It's not a great trigger.
Yeah. I would expect a triple.
I just don't see the attraction of this piece of crap.
Yeah. Well, here, you try out the trigger. You let me know what you think.
Shoot 2 more, though.
Okay. I know, it's just, it doesn't have like any travel, so you'd think it'd be light, but it's still, you're still like anticipating.
You're going to do the tabletop with me. Talk more about it there.
Roger.
Yeah, I mean, it was miserable to shoot. It was so bad shooting that I don't even have paper to bring to table to show you its accuracy, because we shot it for accuracy, and I think you'll see some of that in the video, and I'll talk to that, but it was just so unpleasant. It was so bad. What did I review? The double tap? It reminded me of the double tap, and the Derringer, they're out of business. I reviewed that in December 2019, and I ranted on that one too. It's gone. But I feel like in this review, I have to provide some counterbalance to what's being said out there. I mean, honestly, I read some really positive reviews on this gun, on all of the Bond arms, and guys are just eating it up. They're like, oh, this is cool. And then I scroll down. I'm talking written reviews. I scroll down, and lo and behold, there's a picture of the reviewer smiling, all grins, sitting there with Gordon Bond, the owner of the company. So he's his buddy. Okay, well, maybe that's why there's a positive review being written. Or maybe he's just a fan of the type, and he was elated to meet the dude in Granbury, Texas, putting this gun together. Oh, and by the way, I'm not going to say that Bond Arms is a crap company. That is not what I'm saying. I'm just reviewing one gun. Well, actually, maybe all these Derringer types. Yeah. So I was laughing as soon as I saw the pictures of them. It was like 3 reviews I saw. It was like everyone had a picture with Bond Arms dude. You know, I think his name's Gordon. Like, hey, buddy, I love your guns. Now, do they get the guns for free? Is there some secret deal going on? Who knows? But it is rampant in YouTube, not just in the gun world, but any review you watch, there's generally some money. And I'm not saying this is a case with Bond at all. I'm saying that generally you just don't know. You know, with me, the only one paying me right now is you. Join my TMP Patreon or whatever donation service I have going, because it allows me to speak the way I'm speaking right now. The truth. I'm not beholden to anybody except you guys. I'm giving you the kind of review that I want to know before I go out and spend, what, $600 on this thing? Holy freak, how much is this thing? I don't know if there's a... I don't think... well, I could be wrong on exactly how much it is. Back to how it shot. Recoils a lot.
Yeah.
There's slugs in it. son of a bitch. It like batters you right here too. This comes back and smacks you hard. It's horrible.
Not a fun shoot.
God, it sucks. You got to come back and hold it like this, well off this. Otherwise, you're going to get whacked. And it is whack.
Agreed.
Ouch. I hated it. And I'm not a pussy either. I mean, I shoot 44 Magnums. I wouldn't say all the time, but you know, once in a while, I'm shooting some 44 mags. Like the Smith & Wesson Model 329 Scandium frame 44 mag. I am the only one in TMP that shot that without complaining. Everybody else was crying about it. It's battering their fingers. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. I'm afraid I'm going to die. Is that God calling? Is the end near? No, it's just a 44 Magnum, man up. So it's like, dude, it's like I have some experience shooting hard recoiling calibers is my point. But the ergonomics on this, because it's old Westy, are just atrocious. I mean, they'll talk about the bird's head grip and they're like, yeah, it manages recoil better. I say no. No, it doesn't. I mean, we couldn't get a good grip on it. It's just funky. It's a horrible grip. There's nothing I like about it. I don't like its looks. I don't like how it fits. Oh, well, hold on. Let me back up. There is one thing I like about it, and this stands for the entire Snake Slayer. The quality is fantastic. So this company is putting together a very high quality piece. I just wish they would do different designs that I would like. Not these. And not that freaking 9mm. What's that goofy thing right there? Everyone, you got to review the bullpup. No. Do something different. Put this quality to good use. Not into this. So I hate the grip. The rosewood is good. It's beautiful. Well executed. Fit and finish around the entire gun is fantastic. But, dude. And then, here we go into features review. It's also related to how it's shot. The sights are horrible. They are awful. Well, let me just adjust them. Well, can you? No, you can't. They are what they are. And they're shiny stainless steel. And worse off, this is a rounded edge right here. They should not, and I know why they do this. So, because guys are going to carry it in a pancake holster, and they don't want to have a sharp transition here. The downside to that is you're going to get a lot of glare, just like we did. You're not going to have any contrast, just like we did not. And it sucks. And it's just kind of a rollover. The sight picture is just bad. It's just bad. And then you're shooting a variety of loads. So there's no adjustment at all. We can't do that on a 24-ounce gun. You can't give the user some adjustment. Come on now. And this is so funny because as a reviewer, I push to make things better, right? But you'll have like the status quo patrol. You know, they'll roll and go, there's nothing wrong with that gun. Leave it the way it is. Okay. You know, that because someone broke away from the status quo, that's why the new, not new, but they've been out for some years, the Ruger 22 pistols, the Mark series is so easy to reassemble now. They broke away from status quo. Someone looked at how difficult it was to reassemble and they go, hey, maybe we should improve this. And they did. It's because they didn't listen to the status quo patrol, which is rampant in YouTube. Guys are like, it's fine the way it is. The trigger's fine. The grip is fine. The frame is fine. Let's keep things shitty. Let's just keep it shitty. There's nothing wrong with it. That Nutnfancy guy, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Really? Why are you still watching the review then? We're 27 minutes in and you're still watching the review. Because you can't stop watching. That's why. Hated the trigger. I talked about it. Unpredictable, stiff pulling. I know it's a Derringer. It's not a target trigger. I know it has to have a strong firing pin strike force. I get that. I still hate it. You know, I didn't like the reloading process. This is cool. It works fine. It's a spring-loaded lever to flip it open. I was hoping it would auto-eject. You know, this is just a dream. It's like, oh man, it'd be cool if I like flip it open. It's like chink, chink. Both cartridges come out. That would actually be sick. Oh no, you got to slide this thing here. And you're going to see as an inset reloading it. And we're cursing the process. It was slow. It was tedious. But they got honed chambers, don't you know? It's easy to come out is what they say. Okay. I just don't like it. There's nothing I liked about it. And it's an awkward pivot. I would much rather have it pivot in a conventional fashion. So the pivot point's right here. I come up and then I don't have to rotate the barrel like that, and then I have to turn the gun around or upside down or some weird awkward presentation. I just don't like it. I don't. Okay, maybe you love it, and dude, if you do, say and comment. If you throw out the second cool flag, I say rock on. Again, you just say, I know it has all these issues. I can actually respect that. A guy who rolls in, I know it's heavy, it's not the most ergonomic, but I've always wanted a Derringer. Okay, I get you. But here's what's going to happen. I'm going to be dead honest with you. You're going to be asleep at night, and you're going to hear my voice talking about your Bond Arms, your Snake Slayer, your Texas Defender, your Papa Bear, your Backup 2.5. It's going to start gnawing at you. And you're just going to say, no, I love the gun. I love the gun. You're going to hear Nutnfancy ranting about the gun. I don't need a 45 Colt to kill a cougar. A cougar's not going to attack me. A freaking snake's not going to come out from the damn swamp and rip my lips off. Yeah, I'm not going to have my car jacked. And if I did, I'd probably want something else. It's just going to gnaw at you. And what you're going to end up doing when you wake up, you're going, I'm going to sell that gun. I guarantee it's going to happen. I guarantee it. I'm a speaker of truth, and I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. It is what it is.
So happy.
It is what it is. Oh, what a fun review. Good thing. Here we go. Here's a good thing. I do have a couple good things to say. The hammer design, as far as being comfortable, is fantastic. I wish a lot of double action revolvers had a hammer this wide, smooth, no sharp corner spurs. See that? So how smooth and comfortable that is? Nice. I really like that. I can either take or leave the crossbolt safety, but it's there. And it's pretty unobtrusive, as is the locking mechanism to safe the gun. I think they did a great job with that. If you're going to put it on a gun, make it like this Bond Arms Snake Slayer. Here's a little tiny Allen wrench that you would use to safe the gun. Here's the instructions. I really like that. That makes total sense to me. Let me see. Is there anything else good I can say about the gun? No, that's it. That's it. If you were to put a gun to my head and go, okay, dude, you got to have one of the Bond Arms Derringers. Which one would you buy? You have a Snake Slayer. Granted, it's a little bit heavier. And I'm going to measure it right now, just on camera. I want to make sure I told you right. If I'm wrong, I'll tell you I'm wrong. Let me see. I'm not moving my planes out of the way, so maybe that F4u Corsair a little bit. Okay, so it is... No, I told you right. 1 pound, 7.6 ounces. Told you right. It's heavy. Yeah, here they say, what did they say? 20... I don't know, wherever it went. We'll look at it here in a second. Snake Slayer. Back to the question, though. Which one would you buy, Nutnfancy? If you had to get a Bond Arms... Oh, golly. Oh, jeez. Okay, here's another thing with me. And this is just my mileage. Yours may vary. It's okay to have different opinions. I'm not a Derringer guy. I don't look at Derringers and fantasize about them. And this goes back to when I was 8 years old and I was pinning up Gun Digest pages ripped out, planning my weaponry purchases for the rest of my life. That's a true statement. I always was a semi-auto guy. I never looked at a Derringer and go, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And they've been around forever. Companies who've made them have come and gone. Mostly gone. Texas Defender. Maybe that one. Maybe that one. So it's a 3-inch barrel, if that's true. There's a 3.5-inch barrel, and they have 3 on the side. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. They're saying that's 20 ounces. Maybe that one. This one says, I don't know, another 19 ounces. Maybe that one. I like that it has rubber grips on it. That might help. Maybe the backup. I might go with the backup. And I might... No, I'd do 45 ACP, definitely. Now, going back to philosophy of use, if you're okay with 2 shots, and I'm not, but if you are, it's going to be super, super close, okay? And if you realize that if you're going to carry this gun, you're you're not going to reload it. If you are, you're magical. And you have just 2 shots. You might want to go with a bigger caliber, which again brings us back to 45 long Colt or 45 ACP, which again makes it probably, I didn't shoot one in 45 ACP, unpleasant to shoot. Let's see this one. Yeah, they're saying it's 22 ounces. That's not what I'm measuring. I just showed you. I wouldn't get that one. No. What's this one weigh? 20 ounces. A Papa-Bear 3-inch barrel. I'd go with that backup. In 45 ACP, that's one I would get, and I would carry some reloads in the off chance I got lucky enough to reload. It doesn't have the fit and finish and the old West look. It's more modernized. I talked about the frame already. It's matte finish, bead blasted. I'd go with that one. And who knows? Maybe if I would have shot that one, I would have liked it better. But it seems to me it still has the same crappy sights, probably still has the same crappy trigger, and it still has the same weird reload where the barrel pivots the wrong way. So I would bet you the review would stand, but if you're asking me, that's what I'd probably get. And they do have some great holsters, and again, just like everything, their quality levels are fantastic. These holsters are great. I mean, this BAG holster, that looks fantastic. They're form-fitted for the pieces. But dude, come on. If you're going to be carrying a gun like this heavy, 20 ounces, 24 ounces, empty, go with a semi-auto. Please, please, come on now. And here's your review right here, dudes. Rebounding hammer, yep. Retracting firing pin, didn't talk about that, just did now. Rosewood grip, yeah, we looked at that. Spring-loaded rapid reload lever, Trigger guard, hate it. Sorry, I didn't talk about this. You can interchange the barrels on the Bond arms, so that is cool. So maybe you shoot the 45 Colt, and I'll tell my brother-in-law, hey, man, this is unpleasant to shoot. Go out and shoot it and let me know how much you like it. But you can go spend more money. Did you catch that? You're going to spend more money on already what I think is a slightly pricey gun. Granted, it's made in the United States, CAD design, CNC machine, hand built. That's cool. But you're going to spend more money to get that barrel. And it's pretty easy to interchange. It's an 1/8-inch Allen. You can swap the barrels out. Okay, maybe that's what it is. And this stuff we talked about already. There's a barrel interchange. We're talking about that. We talked about that. The rimless cartridges can fire. There's your locking device stuff. There you go. Review done pretty much. Accuracy. Atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. I'm not making that up. It was garbage. And I can shoot. I mean, when I gave it to Last Suspect, he's like, first off, and he's not a real gun guy, my son, but he goes, I hate shooting this thing. And I absolutely cannot hit anything with it. I think he got lucky a couple times on the steel, but man, this thing is hard to hit with. And then again, I go online, look at some reviews, and there's one guy, he's like 4-star accuracy. And I'm like, WTH, are you shooting the same gun as me? 4-star? I would like to see you shoot a group like that at 7 yards. And I think that's reasonable. This SIG P365 can do it all day long. In the hands of a good shooter, and I've brought paper to the tabletop proving it. Oh, easy. And it's enjoyable to shoot. When you shoot this, you'll be going, hey man, I need more ammo. This is fun. When you shoot the Bond arms in 45 long Colt, you're going to be saying, hey man, I need to go to the emergency room. This hurts. That trigger sucks.
It does suck. Should we get a bit with the cows? It's actually pretty funny. Like, they're
coming in our area now.
Yeah. We got limited shoot time.
They're so damn dumb.
Yeah.
That's a thumbnail.
That's a good thumbnail.
Okay, that's an overstatement. You won't be saying that, but you'll be going, hey, I'm done. Let me just hand this over to the next guy. Here you go. You can go ahead and shoot it now. But you got 4 more boxes, man. Shoot it some more. You'll be going, I'm serious about this. You're going to be going, no, I'm good. And then you want to shoot 410 slugs in there? 410 buck? Yeah, right. Right. Because it's going to come back and just bam, 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 batter the shit out of your finger. And I had gloves on. This is truth. I'm just speaking truth. No, thank you. Again, in 9mm, 38 Special, probably a completely different shooting experience. In 45 ACP, could be a different shooting experience. But no, thank you. No, thank you. I'm not interested at all. The philosophy of use as a recreational gun has been completely debunked in this review. As a cougar snake gun, debunked, I feel. Let's see what else you'd use it for. Home defense, no. There's no rail, 2 shots, ancient, heavy, can't hit nothing with it. The guy's going to laugh. The guy's going to see when you bring out a Bond Arms, you go, oh, dude, we're good. It's like he doesn't have a gun at all. Yeah, but he's only 10 feet away. Don't worry, he can't hit us. He's probably right. You break this out, you have a freaking light on it, laser combination, you maybe put an optic on it. There's an optics-ready pistol. Guy's going to book it if he's smart. And that's with a person that's not that experienced. You can give a P365, and I'm just using this because it's on the table, and give it to someone, they're like, oh my gosh, they can easily hit a man-sized target at 7 yards. No problem. How about a Hellcat? I mentioned that, I think. Springfield Hellcat. Same thing. How much does this weigh, by the way? This is super light. And again, I was telling my brother-in-law this. Like, have you seen a Springfield Hellcat? No. It's like, dude, it's super light. I'm weighing it right now. 18.5 ounces, dudes. 18.5 ounces. Quick reload capability. Awesome capacity. You can put plus P's in it. Look at this. Look at this. 13 plus 1. Oh my gosh. In the fantastical, chance that I would run into a cougar, I'd much rather have this than that. Way much rather have this than that. Or any other Glock 43, Glock 48, Glock 19, any of the other 9mm, the Masada IWI. But I'm kind of focusing on something compact. And that's what some guys don't get. And my brother-in-law included. I was like, hey, dude, are you still hiking like a long ways all the time? And he goes, yeah, all the time. I was like, then why in the hell are you taking this? You're going to take a handful of 45 long Colt or 410 Shotshells in addition to your optics, your main round for your main gun, because he's a big game hunter, your spotting scope, your laser rangefinder, your food, your medical kit, your teddy bear, all the stuff he takes. And I was like, and he started thinking about it, and you could tell he has that look in his eyes where he's kind of like thinking like, oh my gosh, I didn't think about that. I'm like, well, you need to watch the damn show because I talk about it all the time. It's called Philosophy of Use. Put some thought behind it. Put some thought behind it. On the table, we have a beautiful F4u Corsair. I don't know if you've seen this version. It has a gloss, kind of grayish blue finish on it. And this belonged to, let me read it, Lieutenant Ike Kepford, 1944 VF-17. It's an F4u1, and it looks like he was on a Pacific Island strike mission with a missile loadout. These are unguided rockets. Shouldn't say missile, but rockets. What a great plane. If you do own an F4u and you would let me fly it and you would pay all the fuel and expenses, I'll do a review on it for you. No worries. P38 Lightning, yo. Look at that, dude. 1/72nd scale. Good to compare. There you go. We got to end. Dude, it's 40 minutes. 40 minutes of a rant session. Again, I don't hate Bond Arms. I think the company, from what I know, is fantastic. It's just I don't like these models. For all the reasons. There's nothing I like about them other than the quality level and the minor details I've shown you. They're too heavy. Their rounds limited. They have a horrible trigger. They're atrocious to fire. They have horrible sights. The grips are pure diarrhea. That's right, I said pure diarrhea. They're awkward to reload. They're expensive. They're goofy to carry. Dudes, no thank you. Nutnfancy out.